Hi, third grade, and welcome back to week 14 in your green grammar book. Today, we are going over the correct answers to the Thursday portion. Here we go. Number 1, use the subordinating conjunction to combine the two sentences. Then label the independent and dependent clauses of your sentence. They want us to use the conjunction once to combine these sentences. The class started. We were not allowed to talk. So sometimes we've been putting that conjunction in the middle between those sentences. Let's see if that makes sense. The class started once we were not allowed to talk. I'm not sure I like the sound of it. Another option has been putting that conjunction at the very beginning of the sentence. So let's see. Once the class started, we were not allowed to talk. I like the sound of that one. So here's how it would look. Once the class started, comma, we were not allowed to talk, period. Okay, notice how we made that from two separate sentences, we made it into one longer sentence. Now let's label the clauses. The first clause is once the class started. So think about that. Just those 4 words, once the class started. Could that be a complete sentence all by itself? Once the class started. You should be nodding your head no. That cannot be a complete sentence. Therefore, that is your dependent clause. Okay? The next clause is we were not allowed to talk. Now think of just that portion all by itself. We were not allowed to talk. Could that stand alone and be a complete sentence? Yes, it could. So therefore, since it could stand alone, we use that word independent. Okay, that's an independent clause. Number 2, identify if the sentence is simple, compound, or complex. Sophia and Leanne worked carefully on their science project. Well, this sentence, boys and girls, is actually a simple sentence. There are no commas, okay? That's usually a very clear indication that a sentence is simple. Number 3, use descriptive language to rewrite the sentence. The sun set over the ocean. I love these ones. Let's see what I added to this one. I wrote the vibrant sun, using the adjective vibrant, set slowly, there's an adverb telling how it's set, over the sparkling ocean. And I had to put one more adjective in there to describe what kind of ocean. So make sure that you add a couple things to jazz up that sentence and improve it and make it much more interesting to read. Number 4, find a word with a prefix or suffix that matches the definition in parentheses. To cut down on waste, we blank our grocery bags. They want us to come up with a word that means use again. Can you think of one? There is a prefix that means again. We talked about it this year. Like if you read something again, you reread it. So if you use something again, you reuse it. Okay, nice work. Number 5, use context clues. We talked about this last week to determine the meaning of the underlined word. Julie gazed out at the water as if in a trance. So if she is gazing at something as if she were in a trance, it's like she's not blank, she's just staring. Okay, so gazed means to look at something for a long time or just to stare. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you back next week for week 15.